Welcome to Carolina Real Estate Insider, the podcast where we break down the news of the day affecting real estate in the greater Charlotte area. I'm your host, Realtor Kathy Smith, and today we're discussing a topic that affects many individuals and families: relocation. According to the U.S. Census Bureau's current population survey, approximately 9 million people move annually due to company-sponsored relocations. However, this number can fluctuate based on economic conditions, industry trends, and other factors affecting workforce mobility. So today we're going to learn how you can maximize relocation benefits with your employer. Joining us is Maria Kazakos, Senior Vice President of Sales at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Carolinas Companies, who will shed light on this topic in today's episode. During the COVID-19 pandemic, an estimated 42% of the U.S. workforce transitioned to working from home, according to data from Stanford University's Institute for Economic Policy Research. As of the latest data, approximately 60% of employers are currently requiring employees to work from the office for at least one day a week, according to surveys conducted by various organizations, such as the Society for Human Resource Management and Gallup. This shift reflects a hybrid approach to work that combines in-office and remote work options to accommodate changing preferences and evolving workplace dynamics. So for those who moved quite a distance away from the office during the pandemic or are in the process of changing employers, relocation benefits are of utmost importance. What many do not realize is that these benefits are negotiable. So, Maria, to kick things off, let's talk about relocation benefits. What are they, and why are they important for employees and employers alike?
So relocation benefits are services that streamline the relocation journey for employees, and they can greatly enhance the employee experience. But on the other hand, they can also detract from retention if an employee is left to handle relocation on their own. So very broadly, relocation benefits can include money allocated for moving household goods, pets, vehicles, temporary housing while an employee finds a place to live. They could also include assistance with selling the home in the existing market that they're departing from, and assistance in purchasing a home in the city that they're moving to. The best relocation experiences I have observed are scenarios where the employee has a trusted advisor or relocation management company, but someone, a point of contact that the employee can call on to help them find reputable service providers. On the other end of the spectrum, I have also seen organizations who also offer a lump sum of cash for the employee to manage their own move, which can result in the employee's natural tendency to want to save that cash and not have the guidance that they need for the best providers or to help find temporary housing. Even worse, there's tax implications a lot of times if they don't redeem all of their benefits and they retain the cash, and that comes as a surprise at the end of the road, unfortunately, because it's not disclosed, and it increases their taxable income. So all of this to say that relocation benefits are a key piece to recruitment and retention that a lot of employees and candidates can take advantage of.
Wow. Well, thanks for that insight, Maria. I personally experienced several corporate moves in my career prior to becoming a realtor 20 years ago. Now, I was offered very different relocation packages each time, and even the first one extended my temporary housing by a month. That was due to demanding travel schedule for my job. The last relocation that I did was that of a lump sum payment, which I negotiated to be a higher amount. Now, I understand that lump sum payouts for relocation, which would mean that the transferee has to make their own arrangements for moving items, temporary housing, or selling the previous home and buying a new one. Well, that's all on the shoulders of the transferee. I mean, I have to ask, has this become a more widely accepted option these days? And Maria, what have you been seeing with this as a trend?
Well, Kathy, let me start by saying I am so glad that you landed here in Charlotte. We are very fortunate to have you on our team. And as we talked about, there has been a trend over the past few years of employers shifting to lump sum payments. And multiple factors can explain this trend, including generally the downward pressure on costs that corporations are facing, the labor pool being more competitive than ever, which clearly affects compensation, and of course, the global dynamics and supply chain challenges, which means that the cost of goods and services has pretty much increased across the board. So at the same time, there's still a dual focus on the employee's experience and cost containment. So we know we need to recruit and retain strong talent, and therefore it's a delicate balance. So what we've started to see and observe anecdotally is a recent shift to managed cap benefits, which allow employers to cap the amount of money reimbursed for specific types of benefits. So an employer might allocate a specific amount of money for different benefits employees may use, and they can manage which ones are the most valuable to them. So the benefits are that you're giving the employee the choice of which benefits they want to avail themselves of, and you're also able to recommend service providers. This allows the employer to oftentimes save money because there are limits to what can be spent. Overall, the employer is providing a higher level of service this way, and the perception of value is there on behalf of the employee. So as a company, we have decades of experience in relocation, and we've seen a lot of various packages, but we know regardless of what the benefits are being offered by the employer, our team is here to fill in the gaps and support in any way we can.
Well, Maria, I am also very glad that I made my home Berkshire Hathaway here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And actually, I could do a little sidebar here that I think one of the best moves that I ever made was to step away from my corporate career and become a realtor 20 years ago. But that being said, so let's talk about my favorite part of this entire discussion. So my role as a realtor. So Maria, let's talk about how real estate agents, they'll contribute to maximizing the relocation benefits for the employees, or as we call them, transferees.
Well, our agent's role, and of course, our company's role as well, is to serve as a trusted advisor of the client every step of the way. So that means any aspect that's related to the relocation experience, the buying and selling of a home, we have expertise in. We've built relationships with service providers in every community we serve. Obviously, we know Charlotte better than anyone. And so we have relationships with temporary and corporate housing providers, van lines and movers, even pet movers. So we can help people avoid escalating expenses by connecting them to the providers that we know are reliable and that we know provide excellent service every time. Whether that is providing a guarantee that your household goods will be delivered safely and on time, or providing corporate housing for short-term and flexible lease terms. So employees can be ready to move and be on the job on day one, but have the flexibility to find their forever home.
Yep, that's true because, we are, as they say, forever agents. So we're definitely looking for that forever home for them. But Maria, what some people may not realize is that the realtor that they've been introduced to by their third-party relocation company is not always necessarily a mandatory choice. So if they're looking to sell their home and they have a great agent, they can suggest using that agent to list their house when they move. Or if the buyer's agent in the new city doesn't seem like a good fit, then they can ask the relocation coordinator to be introduced to a different one.
That's a very good point. And our agents, as you know, have received specialized training and are relocation certified and must meet certain criteria regarding their experience and personal traits of empathy and active listening to be able to even qualify to serve relocation clients. And oftentimes we have repeat clients that come back to us that were assigned to someone at another firm with their relocation package, and they call and say, I know Kathy Smith, and she's taken great care of me in the past, and I'd like to request that I work with her again this time around.
That is true. And Maria, I can actually add to this conversation is that I have a brand new set of training tools in my toolbox. I am a brand new accredited buyer's representative as of last week.
Congratulations. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Just do it. And the thing is with realtors that people may not realize, it's not a one-time, we're going to train and get our license and we're done. It's a continual process of learning and adapting to the environment, the economic environment, the housing industry. There's a lot of things that we constantly need to be learning. And for those that are looking for, an agent, credibility, having those credentials behind their name does matter.
It does.
So Maria, I'd like to just add in one other thing that sometimes people think, talking about the fact that people think we know a lot, since I just said I just got a new credential behind my name. But one thing we're not really able to do is discuss or define your individual relocation package. Everybody has a different relocation, so that's best to discuss it with your employee benefits team or the relocation coordinator that you've been assigned to by the third-party relocation company. So Maria, tell me, what advice do you have for transferees looking to make the most out of their relocation benefits?
Well, first, I would recommend understanding your relocation benefits, and it's not always cut and dry. There's a lot of variety in what can be offered in each package, even within the same company. So, calling the relocation counselor if you have one as frequently as you need to, and asking questions in advance to avoid any surprises along the way. And second, choosing an experienced agent. Ask the agent that you've been assigned about their relocation experience. How many employees or families have they helped move to the area? Have they helped clients sell their homes? Have they helped clients who are relocating with a benefits package before? This is truly key because it is a partnership. And you want an agent who's experienced in working with a third party provider, who understands arm's length transactions and knows that the home for sale must pass from the employee to the relocation company in order to avoid certain tax liabilities, as I referenced earlier. So, in short, interviewing your agent, asking the right questions, and ensuring that you've hired someone that's up for the task.
That is great advice. So, Maria, let's talk about the employers. Some advice for them. How do employers benefit by offering their employees comprehensive relocation packages versus just a lump sum payout? Or is there a difference for them?
Great question. To go back to what I touched on earlier, there's definitely a difference in the employee experience. And a comprehensive relocation package can play a key role in employee recruitment and retention. And having a company come to pack your belongings, manage the movement of your household goods, show your home on specific days of the week because your partner is pregnant and needs a break between showings. I just heard that example today. These are white glove service benefits that a comprehensive relocation package can provide. I'll say that if an employer does not have the political will or the financial resources to provide comprehensive benefits, the best thing an HR or mobility leader can do is to partner with an experienced brokerage to provide relocation services. We often act as an extension of the human resources department for small companies that don't have a third-party provider. So we support them across the Carolinas. And as I said, from those that are offering lump sum benefits to those that are offering comprehensive packages, we're able to connect with that employee and reach out to them and make sure that all of their needs are being met.
Well, that is also great advice. Maria, thank you so much for coming on the show. Your expertise has been wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we've explored the intricacies of maximizing your relocation benefits with your employer and the vital role that realtors play in this process. Now, remember, relocation benefits are negotiable, so don't hesitate to advocate for what you deserve. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions on the Carolina Real Estate Insider. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and happy house hunting.